You're now listening to the Palmetto Dugout Show, hosted by State Director Sammy Esposito, Associate Scouts Drew Stewart and Sean Smith, that discuss all things related to amateur baseball in South Carolina. Here are your hosts.
Welcome into episode 92 of the Palmetto Dugout Show. We got Coach Smith, Coach Espo. What's going on, boys?
Coach, how we doing today?
I think I heard enough of that on Saturday to last me for the year. Austin's going to get kicked from the podcast before we even get really going.
Sound of the train horn from Mercedes-Benz. I hope you're sitting close to it and it scared you.
I was sitting right near it. Thank you, Austin.
Yeah, hey, Austin, I had we had a dear friend of ours to the show, to Prep Baseball, text me the other day and asked how Drew was doing after the game, and then proceeded to text, and he goes, "How's Drew doing now that he knows that Clemson football is very similar to North Carolina's football team?"
Oh.
That guy can go kick rocks. His day's coming in like 3-4 weeks.
At least you're going to get cheaper tickets when you go to Tallahassee now.
I don't know that's worth it anymore.
Do you even want to go to that game?
That's the DJU effect.
Yeah.
It's okay. We got nothing to talk about here. Y'all just ruined the start of the show. So we'll start off with this. Coach Espo, the senior games are forthcoming. Big event.
Coach, rolling up to Rock the Thrill. What are they calling it these days? Rock Hill's up the new regime up there with Coach McGuire coming up to Winthrop, rolling up with the senior games. Our second time doing these. Last year was a big item, big ticket item for those uncommitted seniors. We did that one in Francis Marion. This year we're rolling up to Winthrop. So off to a hot start with that one. And I know, from a roster standpoint, I think that one's going to keep growing and growing with all these wonderful new recruiting rules that keep going out there. And I think we touched base on this last week a little bit. Guys that are – and I've had some of these emails. They're wondering, hey, what if I commit? If you commit, here's your money back. Get your full refund. We'd love to see it something else, but here's your full refund, and congratulations and best of luck to you down the road. But this is an opportunity for guys at the back end of the fall, October 27th. Kind of the fall's winding down for most guys, most travel teams. It's a couple weeks right after the big event down there in Jupiter, so most travel teams end. I know some are still playing, but we're kind of in for us with our events really then, and kind of get a crack at it for those seniors to kind of give one last crack at it from a metric standpoint, but also the gameplay in front of obviously Winthrop. And I'll kind of touch base on this one. We get a lot of emails on this one. What colleges are going to attend? We don't know. That's obviously up to the colleges that are available to go out at that point in time. It don't matter whether it's that point in time for the senior games or any of them, but we're not allowed to pay colleges, universities to come out to our events. Seeing how I think it's over 900 schools are out there that have buy subscriptions to Prep Baseball across the country. So we're not allowed to buy that. So we will send out an email and send it out to every college with not only in our state, but the surrounding states to say, here's the event, here's the roster. Love to come check it out. For you guys that are coming, let me know so I can print off the roster packets for you guys. But, if they do choose to come, which hopefully we do, last year we had a few that came out and we had some commitments from it. If not, then we will, we obviously, our awesome social media team, a la, a few of us, I say it, our team, mainly Drew and whoever else is there, we'll be pumping that stuff out there along with obviously what we do from post-event coverage with everything that goes online and goes from there. So it's an awesome event for these unsigned seniors, the back end of the fall to kind of get one last crack at the fall, rolling into the winter and then going into their final senior season.
Coach, I can't wait for the beautiful senior games at FMU last year, Coach. Ready to roll it. The thrill. Nothing better.
The thrill, baby. Rock the thrill.
Did y'all just make that up, or is that a thing? I've never heard that, but I like it.
Yeah, Rock the Thrill. It's basketball when Kelty was there.
Yeah, Rock the Thrill.
It's a big thing. It's when the Eagles were flying high.
I mean, we could take credit for it, but I don't think we can. Hashtag Rock the Thrill. I mean, we took credit for some other hashtags last year, but I don't think we can take this one.
I think this one has taken off already. Coach, we had a big commitment come through, right?
Big one, Coach. AJ Jefferson, Coach. Future gamers. Future gaming. Staying in state. Going to the Cougs. Austin, you can take off that hat and put on your Coug hat and announce that commitment.
Go ahead, Corso.
It's in a different room. I came up prepared. You should have told me ahead of time.
And as we're speaking, I just got another commitment come through on the phone. I'm getting confirmation if we can confirm this one or not on live on air. I don't know if we can do
is
that.
it already on Twitter with certain fan base already losing it?
I can't. I don't know. I can't say anything. The one school that did announce something that a commitment has nothing to do with the state. But let's get back to AJ Jefferson. Big time commitment, right? Had a big time week down in and I'll give him credit, right? He came down, big bat. We saw him in the preseason tournament down there in Shipyard. We saw him a handful of times in high school. We saw him in tournaments, and I feel like every time we saw him, he was hitting a home run. Right. I think beginning of the summer, we saw him down there at the Shipyard, and every time we turned around, he was launching one out of the park. And, he winds up going down to the Futures game, big bat, big power bat. And we kind of asked him hey, we'd love to have you come down here. We don't know where we're going to put you defensively. Do you mind? He's like, I'll play wherever. It don't matter. I just want to be down there. And he bounced around, played some first. We got him in that third a little bit, played the outfield, kind of went wherever. But obviously, a big bat going down there to the College of Charleston and big time pickup for the Cougs. So congratulations to AJ and another big time player staying in the state, going down to Chucktown for the Cougs.
The Cougs are hot.
Cougs are hot. I mean, it's just the hat. By the way, I wore that hat out. One of the hat you were wearing, Austin, a couple weeks ago, that gold one.
Oh yeah.
I was Labor Day and it's Sunday down at the out of Lake Murray, and I sent it to Coach Holbrook because Coach Holbrook, when he was here, he was living large out on the lake back in the day. So I sent a picture of him on his old stomping grounds of the lake. But I got some good pub on that hat. People love that thing.
Also
good look.
Too.
Whoever actually designed that hat, I don't know if it was Coach Holbrook or Sam, whoever it was. Great job. I mean,
we need some confirmation on this.
We do. We need to figure out. Maybe we can. We'll ask her next time we're there.
Can they create?
I feel like she did that. I feel like she did that.
You don't think Coach Holbrook's on that one?
I don't know. You know better than me. Maybe
he would have put that guitar in the middle of the logo.
From that banjo. hey, I can bring my piano down there.
Yeah,
make one hell of a band. Coach, here's the big one. The fall top prospect games at Clemson, Coach. I'll let you elaborate more on what this exactly is.
Time. October 20th, fall top prospects. We're going to go strict invite. We're going to have about 40 to 50 players we're going to have out there for little old South Carolina. We're going to match up against that name that's right across Austin's hat right up there.
Maybe this Georgia will be different.
The Georgia boys are going to be bringing about the same thing. About 40, 50 kids from Georgia are going to come over, and we're going to match up with a little fall top prospect games at Clemson there, and kind of knock it out. We're going to get those invites are going to hopefully start rolling out the back end of this week. Once those, and we'll touch on this in a little bit, once those 26 rankings get updated, but we're going to we'll get those rolling out, and it'll be a 25, 26, 27s. For that, kind of out of a request for what some people have been asking for that one, but that'll be a big time event for us. This will be a brand new one for us in the fall. We haven't run anything like this in the fall before, so we're expecting a big time turnout. Plus, doing a little something different because this has been the time frame where we've run our pro case. So we're going to – some of those 25s that would have been those pro case invitees, these are going to be their idea for – and we're taking this idea from some MLB scouts that have thrown this one at me. We're going to invite them. This is going to be their pro case for those guys rolling into the top prospect game. So those top end 25s that would have gotten that invite for the pro case, this is going to be their opportunity to come again right after they're still in shape. The fall's basically just ending for those guys. Kind of give them one more week, crack at it, give it a go. And a wonderful facility up there in Clemson. I know it's a game day on Saturday, right? Correct me if I'm wrong there, Coach Stewie. I don't know if the fan base will be as rowdy as it has been in the past, but never know. Things can turn around between now and October 20th or 19th. But though people clear out of there, we get the field from, 1 to 8 that day on that Sunday. So fans will clear out of there and we'll come rolling in, maybe get a chance to watch a little bit of practice Sunday morning. And get the Tigers off the field, and we'll come in there with 40 to 50 of the best players in the state of South Carolina have to offer, and whip up on some Georgia boys like we did on North Carolina all summer.
Yeah, Austin, it's about time.
Just throwing it out there. But hey, that's going to be a big one. Hopefully, those invites, like I said, we're hoping to get those out this week. We'll see if that holds true, but that'll be the plan to get those out at the back end of this week.
Another one I can't wait for. Other big news, Coach, the 26 rankings.
Coach, why not? Why not? You know what? 26 rankings will be live tomorrow. 25s went last week. A lot of changes, right? Big number jump. We had a bunch of change up top. 26 rankings. We were at 85? We're going to be up to around 105, I believe, with some changes up top. Not a ton of movement, but with some movement. I lied. We're gonna have some movement. We're gonna have some movement.
There's gonna be some movement.
We won't have a new number one. I'll go ahead and tell you we have the same number one. So he's gonna hold the line there. But we'll have a new number two, because obviously our number two went to a classification, but some big changes there. So we're gonna have a lot of changes throughout that 26 class. But we're making big time number jumps in that one. And right, I do want to touch on this because we did get some people that reached out regarding this. But how do rankings work? We kind of get, how do they work, right? We see a lot of players that jump up over the summer, especially in the summer, right? Our update that happens at the beginning of the fall, the end of the summer, we have a lot of events. We see a lot of players, right? For us, I can't speak of every state, but just for us, we had the 2 Team Carolina trials, right? We had the border battle. We had a bunch of scout days. We had this, super sophomores. We had the future games. We had the top prospect games, right? We had a bunch of events where you got a chance to watch a lot of players. And in each class, we have a lot of newcomers because we get to see a lot of players, right? And it's not, players will fall, players will rise. A lot of times a player will fall in a ranking when the player sees it online. But in reality, for us, they might actually rose where their name went up, but their ranking went down, if that makes sense to anybody. So a lot of times parents or a player will go, well, I dropped. Well, a lot of times we have that like blacked out. We're not paying any attention to what the player's name is. We're moving based off the grade. And it goes in there, and player A, maybe to them looks like they dropped, where in reality, maybe they went up in their number. It's just there's more players we saw. And when you see more players, right, you can't have them all in the same spot. So, I know in that 25 class, you go to that one, right, we had players that weren't in the ranking at all, right? Jackson Weiner, to put an example on him, he wasn't in the ranking at all. All of a sudden, he's 13th, right? He had missed a year previously with Tommy John, right? He comes out throwing 90-93 and hitting a bunch of tanks at 102 miles an hour, commits to Coastal Carolina. Well, guess what? He needs to go in somewhere. And he's a very impressive player. We throw him up there. Well, that's going to drop a player down. That player didn't get worse, or we didn't think anything less of him, right? It just has to happen that way. So it's going to happen again with the 26 rankings, and it is what it is. But we're fired up about this class, and we got a chance to watch a lot of these guys past handful of weeks. With the top prospect games, and then also the future games, and a bunch of those Team Carolina trials. So we're excited about how this class is kind of stacking up and where it's going to go in the future.
Kids, this is a pretty good class. You saw them in the futures.
And time out. Let's go ahead and give the plug to Austin. Austin, if you want to see the rankings, what do you got to do?
You have to get that subscription because I'm on there right now looking at the 25s, and
you gotta to see more than the top 10.
Right. So I'm looking at the top 10. I'd love to know who's number 11, but
he doesn't have a subscription. So make sure, as Austin says, get that subscription. That's Austin's plug.
Gotta get it. Gotta get it.
I hate to beat a dead horse, but I mean, if that's what you want, that's. I mean, we're trying to give the people what they want, but we can't give them everything they want. You have to
it's okay.
pony up for a little bit, you know.
Now, baseball side's over. It's time to get down to it. What were you about to say, Espo?
No, I was.
You went pencil. You were pulling a Corso, so.
I got my number 2, by the way. It's green and purple. My daughter's pencil. I got right here. I'm waiting on this confirmation real quick. On this, we got a future games commit that's about to fly. That's flown off the board. I'm just getting this confirmation real quick. So
while we wait on that, who do we have?
And we're going to go to commercial break.
National League
Coach Espo's going to go to the piano.
What was that, Austin?
Who do we got for National League Cy Young? I'm watching the Braves right now. That's what I was wondering. We can stay on the baseball side, but still throw a prediction out.
I mean, this might just be a breaking in the middle of the picks, by the way, just FYI.
We'll put the breaking news graphic up. Okay. The records I had originally sent you guys upon discovering some errors, some flaws. Here are the week 1 records. Coach Espo, I told you a lie when I told you the records. I had to go back and look back over it. Austin wins the week at 5-5. That's tough. But I finished in last. I had a tough week.
We had a tough week.
Jelly goes 4-6. I told you 3-7. So we tied with you, Coach.
Coach, I blasted Jelly. Good thing he's too busy and he didn't respond to any of my texts or calls. Because I called him not really needing anything today. So I was just going to bust his chops over the picks.
No, he's going to bust yours.
Good thing he didn't answer. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll, tough week for the boys right here. But, it happens. Tough game slots. I mean,
it was very tough. And this week's somewhat. We'll see how it rolls here. We'll go with the 5 straight up games and 5 against the spread. You'll see. We're not even going to tell you the against the spread records because they're not pretty. We're gonna let you bet blind here.
So are the running totals that are going across the bottom down here, are those correct, or are we just?
Yes, those are correct.
Okay, so that's right.
Mm-hmm. Those are correct. You'll see those at the bottom of the screen.
Who's doing the math? Is it the educator?
The LSU and USC game screwed me over. Anyway, we moved to game
Austin.
1.
Austin, congratulations so far. 2 weeks. Me and you at the top. Big shock.
Okay.
Hey, and Drew even tried to follow in your shoes all last week, and it still didn't.
That's why I didn't send my picks this week. I'm winging it here. I don't want one.
Hey, Drew's got to go first this week. Drew's got to go first.
Austin gets to go last.
The problem is, I think last week, me and you picked with our brain, and somebody picked with their heart, and their heart led them into a dark place.
Not this week.
Some people just can't.
But it's okay.
Some people just can't get the fandom out of them. That's like watching Twitter this whole last weekend. Some people just can't get the fandom out of their fingers.
That's okay.
We're gonna see if Espo's got a little fandom here in a little bit.
We sure are.
Game 1, number 3 Texas travels to number 10 Michigan. This is a straight up, but I will give you the spread. Michigan is currently 7.5 point underdogs. Rolling with the horns up big in this one.
Yeah, I'm. I kind of like. I like that coach in Michigan. By the way, I started watching the sign stealing
Oh, is
documentary
it good?
on Netflix. Yeah. Yes. I got about 30 minutes left. It's fantastic so far. But regardless of that, I'm with you. Texas.
Clean sweep. I don't think Michigan don't have a quarterback. I think that's the problem. A lot of people
Big
around
problem
here
against
can
the
relate to that.
SEC. How about this one here? This is Jelly's game. Iowa State. I'm correct here. They travel to Iowa, correct? Or does Iowa go to Iowa State? I believe it is. You know, you gotta fact check yourself. Yes, Iowa State goes to Iowa. Iowa number 21 in the country. They are currently 2.5-point favorites. Iowa wins this game 10-6.
By the way, we were way off on the spread last week.
Oh my gosh! When's the last time Iowa scored 40 points?
We blew that one out. I mean, just blew it.
So I decided to text Jelly and pop off to him last week when it was like 3-0 at the end of the first quarter, and he told me they were preparing for close games at the end of the year. Is what he told me. And then next thing I noticed, I turned the score on. It was like 40-0. I mean, man, that worked out well. But I'm going with Iowa because they got the coolest tradition in college football, waving to the Children's Hospital.
I think we owe it. Well, I shouldn't say we all do, but I feel like I owe it to Iowa. I didn't think there was a chance they scored over 20 points last week, and they doubled up and went 40. So I'm going with them. I think they might ride the hot hand, and maybe if their coach is suspended again, I don't know if he is or not. Maybe he's the problem.
It was his son last year.
You go Iowa.
Yeah.
Had fire son. Imagine that gig, firing your own son, then getting suspended, and your team finally plays well. Yeah, give me Iowa.
How about this one right here? Tennessee takes on NC State, number 14 versus number 24. NC State currently 7.5 underdogs. Coach, the Western Carolina game was a battle. NC State is better. They're breaking in a new quarterback. However, Rocky Top rolls in this game.
See, you brought up this, going to see if the fandom is going to break out. And as part of being a fan, you realize it's not as much being a fan as much as watching them for as long as I have. You comprehend what ultimately happens. Unlike you fandoms, Tennessee wins by like 24 in this one. Ain't even close. As much as I want the Wolfies to win and have the year, Tennessee rolls. Rocky Top, you'll always be.
Yeah, last week or 2 weeks ago, we picked our conference champs. I went NC State to win the ACC, and then I watched them play Western Carolina, and I thought, man, I'd really like to probably get that back in the bag.
Should have went Miami.
But you know what? I think they had an off week last week, and I think they get back on track and they win. They take down Tennessee. I think we got a lot of buzz around Tennessee. I think we do this every year, probably the last 5 years. They blow somebody out. We're not even sure who they played. They scored 70. Like, who cares? Give me NC State. Grayson McCall's been playing quarterback longer than Tennessee's quarterback's been alive. So give me the Wolfies.
I mean, even if Tennessee wins, NC State can still win the ACC.
They can. I want NC State to be better than they are.
Western Carolina might not be far off from some ACC teams.
Might could beat Florida State. I'm riding it. I'm riding till they give me a reason not to. Give me NC State.
You said they gave it a reason not to last week. How about this one right here? Nebraska travels to Colorado. Colorado is 7-point dogs at the moment. Colorado cannot play defense. They obviously can play offense. Nebraska's got a decent quarterback now. However, we coming. Give me the Buffs.
Nebraska brought in Mahomes Jr. to play QB. And the guy obviously looks like he's really good. But you know what? I'm sticking with we coming. I think prime time's getting them rolling. They played a team that could probably play with and have a chance to beat just as many Division One teams out there as anybody. And is Colorado going to compete for a national championship this year? No, but neither is Nebraska. So go Buffs.
This one's tough because I was anti-Colorado going into last week, and their quarterback kind of proved me wrong. I didn't think he was as good as everybody thought he was, but I thought he played a really good game. But I'm going Mahomes Jr. over there. Give me the Cornhuskers. I think Coach Rule is still enjoying living off his Carolina Panthers buyout. He's getting it. They're gonna play a good ball game. It's gonna be a fun one to watch, though. You give me Nebraska.
How about Travis Hunter, by the way? He played like 7,000 plays last week.
He missed like one play between both offense and defense, right?
How about that catch, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. They sure wish they had him in Tallahassee, but hell, he wouldn't make a difference either.
Y'all mean.
The truth.
Coach, I don't want to be rude, but I think they'd take him in Pickens County right now too. You can play both. He can play both ways for your Tigers.
He could. Kansas travels to Illinois. Kansas 19th in the country. Illinois is 5.5-point dogs. Kansas's quarterback is back after being hurt last year. Give me Rock Chalk. Jayhawks roll.
Coin flip. Because you went Kansas and we've made the same pick the entire time. I'm going Illinois, just because.
This would have been a great basketball game in like 2004. Give me Kansas. I don't really know why. Just give me Kansas.
Now the fun starts, boys. Our 5 straight ups have been made, so now we go against the spread. Spread will be posted at the bottom. Game 1 against the spread. App State travels to Clemson. Clemson 16.5-point favorites. When I first saw this spread, it's a big spread. App State is a decent team over the years. I don't know which way to go here. Coach will say I go fandom if I pick the Tigers. However, I do not think that the Tigers cover. Give me the Mountaineers.
That hurt. I know that hurt. I know that hurt.
This is one of those reverse picks he's doing right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to win this damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
As we've all done as a fan, you're like, I'm gonna pick against my team and I'm gonna get them going because that's what does it, right? That's
I'm Tyler from Spartanburg this week, so
so it really pushes the team over. I want to go App State. I think Dabo kind of fires up the boys and takes one call in his call-in show this year.
Not doing it this
Tyler. Year. I know that, but I'm going Clemson. I think they're gonna put up some points. They're gonna kick a field goal with that freshman kicker and win by 19.
Okay, Corso. Come on, Nick. Go ahead, Nick. Make your pick.
I don't know, man. I think App State might be good enough to might be like that group of 5 team that makes the playoffs. So I think there's a shot we got a playoff team in this game, and it might not be the Tigers.
So are you going with the Mountaineers?
I don't think Clemson's offense can score enough. Their defense is going to be tough. I think App State's going to struggle to move it, but I don't know, man. I think Clemson wins it like 24-14. So I guess give me App State.
Look at Austin. How about this one? What? Go ahead, Coach.
Nothing. Never mind. Go ahead. Y'all good.
South Carolina travels to Kentucky. Kentucky 9.5-point favorites. The South Carolina offense is no bueno. I don't think the team's any bueno. Old Dominion gave them a game. Give me Kentucky here. Kentucky wins by 10.
Ooh. Field goal late. I see.
It's every time.
This is these are the games you just. This game, I feel like over the years, you never know. This is like the worst
trap game.
Whoever's supposed to win doesn't win. Like so this week, Carolina's supposed to get like boat raced. They're going to roll in and win by like 21. It's kind of how it always feels like it's going. Even though you'd bet the house on Kentucky. I'm not saying South Carolina's winning the game, but I think they'll lose by less than 9.5.
They'll lose by 9.
Taking the Cox. I'm taking the Cox in this one.
I do think South Carolina is better than what they did a week ago. Personally, I feel like they are better than that. But after watching their performance and watching Kentucky's performance, I think it would be a poor decision to think that the Gamecocks are going to go on the road to Kentucky and not lose by double digits. I'm going to go with the Wildcats. Give me the Fighting Mark Stoops.
I mean, you have played with South Carolina in college football.
I did, but the problem is on that game, Sellers can complete passes and Nick Harbor can catch, and I'm not sure either one of those is true in real life right now. Sanders was, the Rocket Man was as good as advertised, but
does Harper play?
I'm not. I think he's going to transfer to the track team, but I think Kentucky though they got Brock Vandegrift at quarterback. He spent a few years at Georgia, so maybe he took some of the magic over with him.
Oh shit! Baylor travels to Utah. Utah has their quarterback. He's in his 14th year at Utah. They are 15. They are 15-point favorites. Cam Rising, once again, is in his 17th year. He shows out. Utah wins big.
Yeah, everybody's just been trying to catch up with the Mormons on how they do the age limit thing.
It's tough to catch the Mormon at anything.
Utah big. They win.
I think that's a big number. That's a big number, guys.
I mean,
you're right. Just 2 touchdowns.
Give me Baylor.
2-point.
Baylor.
Give me Baylor. I don't think they win, but I do think they cover that. That's a really big number for the Utes. Give me Baylor.
Go Utes. Boise State travels to Oregon. Oregon 18-point favorites here. Oregon struggles with the Idaho Vandals. Boise State with a shot to make the playoff this year. They're not playing on the blue turf. However, give me Boise State to cover. Oregon has not figured themselves out yet.
Yeah.
It's a big number.
That's huge.
It's a real big number.
It's a double-digit number.
Coach, what did I send you? What did I take? I sent you one. I think I had an alt.
More than 17.
Coach, I have them plus 24. Got them 24.
Yeah, I'm taking Boise State. I think they can score some points. I don't know if they'll win the game, but man, I don't know if they can stop anybody, but they're going to score. That running back, how about that game he had last week? I don't care who you're playing.
Yeah, I'm with y'all. I think Oregon wins the game and stays in the hunt. If I had to pick this game last week, I'd have said yes, that Oregon easy. But I think they're good. I think Oregon's another playoff team too. But Boise State's running back, man, holy smokes! Have a week last week. 18.
He'll be missing Saturday.
Well, yeah, I mean, he might have used up all his touchdowns. But you know,
Boise
I'm gonna go
State
Boise
sweep?
State. It's a Boise State
Ooh.
sweep. Although, like I said, I think Oregon goes undefeated this year until the playoff. But man, I don't think they cover 18. They didn't cover 18 against Idaho.
Idaho. We got California. California travels to Auburn. Auburn 13.5-point favorites, ACC, SEC. I have no freaking clue about any of these teams. But damn it, give me the Golden Bears. Give me Cal.
Yeah, God, you just did that for one reason and one
No, I
reason
didn't.
only.
I'm not an Auburn person, and I got a feeling we're Austin about to go here in a minute. So give me the Golden Bears.
Auburn. I mean, is the band on the field? Auburn.
I'm about to go with War Eagle. I don't, mainly because I don't have a reason not to. I forgot Cal was even in the ACC until you said that.
Hey, Vegas knows
That Auburn is favored by 2
Better.
touchdowns.
they're going to win by 13. They're going to win by a touchdown and 2 field goals. Y'all stop.
Vegas knows they're better than Cal.
They do know that, but 13 points.
Yeah, Cal might be in the running for an ACC championship now. What were the odds on that during the season?
Cal and Stanford just shot up the rankings.
It's a complete all however many 16 teams that are in the ACC all have equal odds right now, except for Florida State.
They have been eliminated.
If anybody had Florida State as the first team in the ACC to 2 conference losses this year, then you could have made a lot of money off that.
I don't even know anymore.
What a world.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I don't have anything else, boys. We got anything else to add to beautiful episode 92 here?
Hold on. I'm about to get this confirmation real quick.
Oh, we still don't have a confirmation?
Do we have a spread for the Dogs Saturday? Come on, guys. Where we at?
Yeah, I know. Coach, they're playing. I just saw it.
East Tennessee State.
Yeah. Yeah, they're playing East Tennessee State just played App State, and y'all were all on the App State bandwagon. So why don't we have the Dogs on there?
Well, they played each other in basketball last year, so that's cool.
How'd that go?
Dogs won 62.
Are we talking about Georgia? Georgia plays Tennessee Tech.
Tennessee Tech. Never mind.
How do I know that and you don't, Austin?
It's the same. Tennessee Tech, East Tennessee State, same concept.
They're in the same state.
It's a 2:00 game. Nobody cares.
It's on SEC Network Alternate.
When you play at 2:00,
Raycom.
it don't matter.
Raycom.
It's on the CW.
Are they still on the CW this year? The ACC? Are we still doing that?
Oh
Lord.
We got Corey Welch talking junk.
What's he got going on?
He texted me, said, still no touchdown versus the Dogs since 2014. You were like 11 years old. ...
Man.
Corey Welch, you have just ran yourself off from being a guest picker.
Who is the guest picker this week?
We don't have one.
We had our people were too busy.
Unbelievable.
I'm still waiting on confirmation here.
There's
I got told I'd text the kid, so I don't know if we're going to get there in time. So I'm texting fast.
Let's try on Odd Shark.
Oh, we're on Odd Shark. Here we go.
I can't find a spread.
For what? Oh, I couldn't either.
There's not one.
It's probably like 95.
They usually don't have those spreads for that.
Yeah, they should. I don't know. I think I would go under on that one. I think
boom. Breaking news.
All right, hold on. What? Hold on. You got me. I was trying to search for something over here.
You got to do the flashing ticker at the bottom.
Well, Sammy just he doesn't give anybody any time to do anything.
It's
here you
called
go.
working. You know what I mean?
What we got, Coach?
We about to kick off.
Here we go.
Hey, another big time commitment for the Cougs for the future games. Banks Wickersham, Fort D, flying over to the College of Charleston. Getting a big time catcher, right-handed pitcher, infielder, utility, 88-90 on the mound with a big power bat and throws like 1/4 down to second. That's an exaggeration, but big time arm from behind the plate. So big time congratulations to Banks and the Cougs as well. So we're fired up. We're fired up right there. So he's Banks has been heck. We saw him a couple years ago at preseason tournament down the shipyard. He was playing second base. We're like,
a little second base,
pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he showed up at our Team Carolina trials down at the College of Charleston, and we're like, man, this guy's gotten bigger in a good way, and was launching balls, and he'd come to a few other events, and then wound up obviously coming to the future games this past summer. So big time congratulations to Banks, his family, and obviously the College of Charleston. The Cougs killing it.
After these last two announcements, Holbrook's drumming the shit out of that banjo.
Ding, 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 ding.
Hey, the reason they're getting all these commitments is that picture we posted 2 weeks ago. That's just
yeah. Hey, best view in the state. What was it?
Where's my NIL money?
Them days are over with for you. So,
well, since you got your breaking news.
There went.
I was thinking of some other breaking news, but okay.
What do you got?
Nothing right now.
No. Okay. Hey, speaking of breaking news, we need some graphics, Mr. Graphic.
Coach, you need 3 graphics. Not 1, not 2, but 3 graphics.
3.
Oh, while some of us are sleeping, some of us will be working. It's okay. Huh? That's how it works, Coach. Anyway, we're going to
sleep. I'll be asleep.
Yeah, Austin will be asleep. That's what we meant.
Your graphics. Congratulations to Wickersham, though. Happy for you.
We're going to wrap this one up. So, from all of us here at Prep Baseball South Carolina, we hope you have a great week.